Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done way. Dedication.
Hi everybody, welcome to Keep Winning Podcast. I am your host, Daisha Marie. And guess what, y'all? We about to first start off with a prayer.
Amen.
So, Lord, as we bow our heads, I just want to say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for everything that you're doing in my life, in my sister Takemia's life, and my sister Mir's life, my brother David back there, and just everybody in general that is in my circle that has my back.
Yes,
Lord, I thank you for the grace and mercy that you have on our life. I thank you for moving in your timing. I thank you for loving on us when we need to be loved.
Yes,
I thank you for just never giving up on us, even when other people gave up on us, Lord. So as I pray this prayer, let them be gracefully loved on properly. Let this come into somebody's hearts and let them know that regardless of what you're going to go through, you could come up out of it.
Yes.
In the name of Jesus, I just want to thank you for this season in my life, Lord, where I'm just following your steps.
Yes.
Where you removing and putting the right people in the name of Jesus. So Lord, as I pray this prayer, let this be authentic, let this be real,
Yes.
and let you to understand that know that winning is the key to all success.
Yes.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Hi,
Amen. That was a good prayer, girl.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
We are back with the second episode of Keep
Second.
Winning. I am so excited. I'm not nervous
Excited.
today.
And you look good, girl.
You look
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
You look
Oh.
good. I ain't gonna lie.
listen, they talking about I look good. They fit the part around here.
Okay.
They
I'm
fit
just glad
the
to
part.
be in the presence of queens.
You look good too.
Listen, baby.
Because the natural is the beauty, baby.
Listen.
Absolutely. I agree.
The natural.
Touch and agree. See, when you got women in the house that has your best interests. When I say your best interest at heart, not people that just want to be around you just to be around you to get clout. Want to be around you just to be like, let me see what I can get about you, but people who actually care about your well-being. And these women that I do have on the couch care about my well-being. So as me like doing this podcast, I'm like, I gotta have some real people that actually is on the show.
Amen.
I ain't gotta have, I want certain celebrities on my show, but I want real authentic people that can tell a story and that can actually be like, help somebody. Cause I don't want to just be like any average podcast. Like I want to be about a podcast that like, okay, we went through something. This how it happened. Look what God did. I'm changing. I'm growing. I'm healing. I'm learning. I fuck up.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But like just being you, but actually want to help somebody. And this how I know this podcast is for me because God been putting this on my heart for a couple years, right? But he had me with a different person. He had me with a person as a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a different type of podcast. It was about a different one. It wasn't even about the same thing that I'm doing. And it didn't fall. I didn't flourish it at all. Like I could have had the money to put it in, but this one, I got the LLC paid for. Everything is straight business. Like everything LLC, I got everything. I'm talking about opening up business account. Everything just happening. I'm actually putting the work in because I think that's what I was supposed to do was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
God didn't say nobody else. He said you. Some assignments are just for you.
That's
Some
it.
people, everybody can't go
Absolutely.
with you.
Everybody can't go with you.
So this episode, you guys, will be about what I want to say the episode could be about. This episode is about from 2-parent households or a single-parent household and which one you think is better. Because just because you grew up in a 2-parent household, no knocking my parents, but just because you grew up in a 2-parent household, that don't mean it was the shit.
Absolutely.
People be like, oh, your mama, your daddy live in the same household, but how the hell you know it's perfect? Half of my people that I grew up in a 2-parent household, but guess what? They had a lot of problems like single-parent households. Because when it comes to a certain age, or when kids get a certain age, they do what the hell they want to do.
Yeah,
It could be a mama
that's
and a
right.
damn daddy,
That's
grandma,
right.
granddaddy,
That's right.
uncle
That's
over
right.
there,
That's
and
right.
cousin down there.
That's right.
They gonna do what they want to do until it's time for them to come back. The Bible say pray for your children, so pray up a child so when they get older they won't depart. You can pray for your kid, keep praying for your kids, but guess what? They gonna do their own thing like you did your own thing. And remember, karma is ass. You was doing all that to your mama, and it whooped your ass. I said that in my first episode. I said, ooh, karma had to fuck bite a bitch in the ass, try to tear a bitch ass off.
That's why I be telling my mom, I ain't having no kids. I know. She like, your kids gonna be something else.
My mama said, you gonna have 3 times the hell you
Woo,
need.
Jesus!
And guess what? I
3 girls and 1 boy.
He was the
And 1 boy.
And I'm talking about 3 times. She prophesied a thing, but I tried to reverse that curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And what the first episode was about?
Yeah.
Breaking generational
breaking
curses.
generational
We
curses.
gonna try our best to
Yeah.
do in a different format
Differently, as
than
best
how
we
your
can.
parents, as best as we
As best
can.
we can.
At the end of the day, because you know you can grow up in a 2-parent household, or you can grow up in 1-parent household, and you just be like certain shit. I ain't doing that. I don't do what my mama did. And I tell my mom all the time, as we be cool and have conversations, I'm like, Ma, you kind of did that a little bit too rough or too wrong. Like you prayed, you know, or you wanted it so bad for your sons, you didn't pay attention to your daughters. You know, yeah, you wanted to make us tough, but Ma, that ain't the only thing that you need in the world. You need love. You gotta balance it. You need the tough, but you need the love as well. You can't just say give it tough and ain't no love coming, because then you be like, when you get out here, you gonna think everything is just tough. You don't know how to be soft. You don't know how to love on a man. You don't know how to receive a man. You don't know what a man really is to love on, because your mama didn't show you how to love on a man. It just show you how to keep one.
And then when you get them children,
Ooh,
you begin to love
Jesus.
them so hard. You make them gods. You know what I'm saying?
You praise them.
You know how to love them more than you love yourself.
Then you love
so-
yourself. You
but-
put everything above them.
But he said don't put no God before him. And sometimes we mess up as parents by trying to love on our kids in a way we think we didn't get it.
Yeah.
But when you've never been shown love,
You don't know how to give it.
you don't know how to give it.
Yeah.
You get your own example.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got your
You
own
try to do
example.
your own thing like this. I think what love is, and then when you get somebody that be like, no, that ain't what it is.
Yeah. Because it don't fall in the same suit as for everybody. You know, you
Yeah.
go in a relationship like, nigga, that. And a man is like,
What?
Girl,
I'm just
bye.
a girl.
Goodbye.
Straight, like, and you looking like
Yeah.
you straight, like,
Yeah.
I give him whatever he want, like, but a man don't want to be known as no nigga. He want to be a man. A man is a king. But if you ain't never seen a man being treated like a king, you gonna treat him just like a nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a nigga ain't just a black man. It's like
No,
you
he just
ignorant.
raw.
You ain't even worthy.
Raw cut.
Yeah, you
You
ain't
raw
worthy.
cut. You
Yeah.
raw cut. You be like, hold on, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you gotta have people holding you accountable. So I want to have this episode about 2-parent households.
You too sexy to be talking about mamas and daddies. Unless you trying to do somebody baby mama.
Oh, never again. I'm a wife. Let's get it
All
correct.
right.
I'm a wife.
All right.
I ain't about to sit up here and
All
say I
right.
want to
All
be
right.
somebody
That
else's
part.
baby mama.
That's all right.
Y'all know.
All
Y'all
right.
heard what Toya Wright said. I am a wife.
That part.
And you're going to treat me as such. I might not be your wife because I'm not for everybody. I'm for the person that God sent me to, but I am a wife.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, I'm not going to treat myself as such. You make mistakes, things happen, but I'm not going to continuously be like, I'm going to be a baby mama.
We're going to touch and agree because I've been a wife for 16 years.
I know that.
Ooh! But you got to be around people that are.
That's right. Amen.
Everybody around me except for me and Mir, but Mir been in a long relationship too, so that shit, But still, like everybody around me, most women around me, like the 70-80% are married. My mom's, Takemia, Mother Brinson, Sister Brinson, like not even just the church people, like my other friends. My friend just got proposed to on Facebook. People around me they get it up. Married, let's go. Shout out to you. You getting married, Ashley. Listen, congratulations. Because, baby, they've been on a long road, but they got there.
Man.
Yeah, it take me. Men a little slower than women, too. So you got to give them a little grace. You know what I'm saying? We learn stuff like this. It take me and Mike, listen, scientific fact. But like I said, you give them a little grace. You try to as much as you can. But another thing we gotta learn is when things ain't right for us, you can't make it. You can't force it. So when certain people or certain relationship, friend or wife or anything, when God be trying to remove stuff, you gotta let him remove it too.
Yeah.
Cause I learned that. I asked God to remove people, right? And when it be the people that I don't suspect, I'm like, that ain't the Lord. That ain't what God. Now God ain't trying to remove this person. We just going through something the whole damn time. Yes, it is.
Okay.
You trying to put them red flags over and cover it up, baby, but that's what it is.
Just because we want to have somebody in our space.
Yes.
Sometimes we be so thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I have to
Ooh,
say,
speak on it.
there was a
Said
season
thirsty.
that I was super thirsty.
Oh, listen.
You know, my thirst has been parched. No more.
You hear me?
I'm fully quenched. But
Talk that.
God,
Talk that tea.
God can give you a king that can quench that thirst, and that's the truth. But you got to be true to yourself. Like, you got to know what you want and not want. You know what I'm saying? And we settle for so much.
So much.
Yeah, we settle for a lot.
So much. You accept so much when you don't know who you are.
That part.
When you don't know who you are and you're not all the way in your purpose, and when you're not, when your mental is not clear, you cannot receive. I told Mir this the other day when we were just having a long conversation. I said, a lot of times when people try to talk to us and tell us like what's right for us, we think they wrong. When a lot of times we ain't in that mental space to even receive it the right way.
That's the truth.
Because our mental so everywhere, we trying to figure it out. We going through this, we doing this, we trying to make shit work for people that we ain't supposed to be making nothing work with. We just supposed to have a season with them.
But I'm gonna go to the topic about the parent household.
Yes.
I was so bitter with my mother that in finding relationships, I was so busy trying to show her I wasn't gonna be like her. That I was picking different, totally different than her, and everything I was linking up with. God was like, nah. What is you doing? Like, we want something. You know, when you feel like you lacking something. Then I have friends who had two parents, and it's like, you got a mama and a daddy. Why you out here clowning like that? But then when I went in their house, it's
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Speak on it.
Speak
like,
on it.
Like,
Speak on it.
So
yes,
they better or it ain't worse. Like, it depends. It depends. Yeah, everybody's shit is different. Everybody ain't got no loving house, and you think because it's a mama and daddy in the house, but I done went in and you think people hugging and kissing, you hear, bitch, I said, you know, and then you grow up, and when you finally get a man, you yelling those conversations.
Talking to him like that.
And the man who you get
talking
with,
to him like that.
And he like,
get your ass on.
that part, and then it winds up becoming confrontational because
your
now
ass
both
on.
of y'all trying to be a whole man.
Yeah, dominate.
But
You think you the man and you the man?
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. It's only one king and one queen that
That's
run
right.
this house.
That's right. You better,
God made
you better
Adam and
choose
Eve.
ye this
Ooh,
day.
Jesus.
Yeah, I chose. I still choose. I still have to daily choose.
Yes.
You know that's a relationship because he a king, and I have to remember not to go back to who I was because I was a queen before I met him. You know what I'm saying? But
you're a queen in a different. You're a queen in a different way.
That part, being a man's queen is totally
different from being a queen in your own damn house.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So while we speaking on topic, Mir, how you feel about it? How you feel about it? How y'all? First of all,
this the young sexy. Say hi.
How are y'all? How are y'all doing in y'all mental? In y'all space? Like, how do y'all feel? I know we about to get into the topic, but how do you actually like feel in your mental space? Like, cause mental is important. A lot of people they can't even function. They mindset. A lot of people mental is messed up. And I pray to God and let God know that I'm grateful for my mental because I could have been toe up, still toe up. You know what I'm saying? But I know how to get up. I've been low. And a lot of people, when they get low, sometimes they can't get up.
They can't get up.
I know how to get my ass up because when you hit them streets, that's the only way you're going to ever make it.
That's the truth.
Getting your ass up. So by us going through these things and me being in a 2-parent household and, you know, Takemi speaking on about her household, how do you feel about your mental and how do you feel about growing up just with your mom and your daddy? You know who he is, but him not being active. You can know your daddy, but was he active?
My dad was like so and so 50-50. So
okay.
My mom, she played a big role, most definitely. She held her ground. And and she taught me how to be like the strong woman I am. My daddy was in and out. When I was younger, he was around, but when I'm older life, he wasn't. So I was getting that from my stepdad, who's in jail, but he still called, he still check in, but he wasn't there physically. So my mom, she did a good job as a mom. She did the best.
I know that's right. Clock that, mom.
Amen.
Clock that, mom.
It's good that you can say that openly and give her flowers now, because people wait till their mamas die and be like, oh, she was great. You know, to say that openly, you know what I'm saying?
That is just like so great. Like, you know, that you could go through things with your mom and then you turn around, y'all can be cool. Or just being cordial and hang around and have a conversation. Like I said on my first episode, me and my mama was like, I'm talking about like to the point where we'll be in the same room and we don't want to be in the same room with each other. Like beefing like a woman on the street. Not your mama. A woman on the street. You ain't even looking at her like that's your mama.
That part.
You just somebody on the street. Yeah. That's how I look at you too, like you look at me. And when I learned as I got older and being a parent, I'm just like my mama.
As much as we try not to be like her.
You know, I'm just like her, like when it comes to this parenting, being active, seeing things, and not even just that. I look at life so totally different now that I'm a mom, and I understand why she made a lot of decisions that she did, because I was like, damn, I used to be tripping.
And that's how a lot of people say, like, you gotta actually have that mom, like, you gotta actually become a mom to, like, understand that for real. Because I don't really know that, because I'm not.
You ain't a mom yet. Yet.
And my mom be saying that too. Like, I'm like, why you help your kids out so much? What you doing? Why? She's like, you not a mama. You are never.
Girl, it's never done. Being a mama ain't never done. You gonna have to still help your children. That's why now, before we even get more into the topic, people, y'all have to learn, parents, y'all have to learn to love on your children. Children, you have to learn to love on your mother and your father. You know why? Because when it comes down to it, you get older or whatever the choice may be, you're going to need them. You're going to need them. I used to think so much like, me and my mama don't get along. I'm going to get out here in this world. I'm just, do my thing. I'm doing my thing, but I'm learning a lot of things that I'm doing it because I'm lacking love in a certain area, a certain way. I'm missing it from my dad. I'm missing it from my mom. But remember, this was a 2-parent household. Everybody used to be like, oh, your daddy work. He work at Christ, so y'all got money. What else besides money do you need to live in this world? Yeah, you need money to supply your needs, like your house and your car and your maintenance and everything you need to do. But what else do you need? You need love. You need confidence. You need people to show up for you. You need people to teach you how to show you how to love other people. You need affection. You need all of these criteria, not just money. Because if you lead them with money and let them know money is the only thing they can get, or money is the only thing they can chase, that's all they're going to be looking for.
That's it.
In this world.
That's it. They ain't going to know how to receive love. They ain't going to know how to give that shit. They ain't going to know how to be around people that hold them accountable. You'd have been around so much fuck shit all your life. When you get around a real motherfucker, they be like, hey, stop doing that.
Yeah. And then you looking like,
nigga, who the fuck is you? Who the fuck?
But it takes somebody who love you
to put your ass in your place. Oh, Jesus.
I told my kids, I told them all the time, like, if somebody love you for real, they gonna put your ass in your place. And they're not gonna put you in a situation that's gonna have you fucked up.
Oh,
but when you got a friend that be like, well, that was my mama, I'd have said this, that's no longer your friend.
That ain't even your friend.
Nigga, they want you to be out there looking stupid.
Because they don't give a fuck about you for real. Because when that shit hit the flow, you ain't gonna be with them. They ain't gonna be rocking with you.
What?
They gonna take you
out to the ringer. They gonna help. They gonna watch you go through the ringer, and they ain't gonna be the ones that
laugh at your ass.
Your mama because of what?
And laugh at your ass. And laugh at your ass. Knowing deep down, I ain't got a good intention, but I'm gonna see how dumb she go. Or
because how many of them wish they was in your situation? Let's be real.
A lot of them.
It's a lot of people who just jealous of the fact that you got a mama who will call your
friend. That love your ass.
Your mama call you all the time.
And she checking y'all talking.
Right. Like, why she even know where you at 1 a.m? Because that's my motherfucking baby.
Yeah.
I don't care if she grown, but she mine. Yeah, I'm checking your location.
Yes.
Where you at? I know these bitches don't mean you no good, and I ain't going to sleep until I hear from you.
Y'all looks good. Real conversation on the Keep Winning podcast, baby.
Okay.
When I say
This nigga right here, she'll blow your head up and how you feeling like.
Cause we eat. You hear me? We
That's
did
the
eat.
truth.
We eat
That's
for
the
real.
truth.
When you eat, you just know it. Then when you get the feeling good and looking good,
Okay.
we just winning.
That part.
And the crazy thing about
That
it is,
part.
y'all, it's called Keep Winning, and my name is Kadesha Weaver. That was destined, bro. Like, that was all in God. My real name is KW, and this podcast is called Keep Winning.
Oh, yeah,
She
y'all
put her government out.
Oh, yeah, I ain't worry about it.
She put her government out.
Kadesha Weaver. Anybody that knows Kadesha, not Day, Red, or any of that, anybody that knows me knows that anything I do is going to be authentic, and it's going to be real. I'm talking about these two women that sitting on this couch and seeing me went through every season of my life. I'm talking about starting off from the season, getting in church, and then growing, and then changing, then becoming a mother, then, being broke, lost my car, had to start all over. They done seen me in seasons where you'll be like, damn.
You see us in it too, okay? You
Ooh,
You done
Jesus.
been with us through it too.
She ain't been through nothing. I ain't been through nothing.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
this is our
I'm
business
lying.
podcast.
Oh, I'm lying. I repent.
Don't you
I-
lie now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie to her. So this is authentic.
Oh, Jesus. Listen. So growing up in a single parent household, did y'all feel like, okay, well, I know that's something that y'all would feel because if y'all grew up with y'all mamas, of course you wanted your fathers. But do you think if y'all fathers was there, you feel like it would have been a drastic change or it would have still been the same old mess?
I think it would have helped out better.
It would have helped out better.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I believe with my whole heart it would have been different.
It would have been different.
With my whole heart, I think it would have been different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so by it being different, what do you mean by different? Do you feel like a lot of decisions you made, you wouldn't have made them? Far as men you were dealing with or selections, do you feel like that would have been totally different too? Because when you having a man in the household, speaking of, okay, I had my dad in the household. So when I had my dad in the household, he's still living. He just turned 67, y'all. Listen, so him being in my life still, I think I still made a lot of fucked up decisions on the men I were dating. Even though he was present, he showed me, about being different, always letting me know, make sure you straight first, and then any man that you dealing with is gonna work, or if it ain't gonna work, just showing me a lot of things about being independent, working, gotta grind. He showed me a lot of different things, but still I ended up with men that were totally the opposite. I were dealing with men, when I first was dealing with men, I didn't deal with men that had jobs, they had street jobs. They ain't had no 9 to 5s. They 9 to 5s was the streets. My daddy, when he had me, he was out of it. So he worked a 9 to 5 for 30, 40 more years. So, it's just I feel like it was great having him in a home too, but he was still lacking in other areas about men. He didn't show me how to really love on a man because my mama didn't love on him. So I didn't
how a man should love you too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And both vice versa. My mom and dad weren't affectionate. I don't really ever think I even see my mom and dad and kiss or go out. And I'm talking about don't even really, none of that. So I didn't know, I knew what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do for a man, but I didn't know how to do it. Because I'm like, dang, I barely see my mom and dad kiss. So they'd be like, I love you. My mama was never affectionate. She didn't say she loved her children. She didn't say oh, I love you. How we so blunt to be hang up on the phone, love you. My mama didn't do that.
My mama took a long time to do that too. And stuff like that. She didn't do that.
She didn't do any of that, so I didn't know what affection meant.
And
I was a rough person.
We get that from men. We latch on to that because we never had it, so it feels
and
good.
it be a lie.
And
We
that's
don't
what
know
we
it's a
don't
lie.
know
Yeah, we don't know it's a lie.
They just willing you in.
Yeah,
And
and you said it. Even when you were just speaking about your father, something clicked in me because my father, he just passed away. He was in the penitentiary
I remember.
all my life. So he died New Year's Eve on my husband's birthday after spending 42 years incarceration.
Yeah.
And my husband and I basically we eulogized him before he passed, the day before. But even when you were speaking, my mind was saying, yeah, it might have been better if he was around, but in reality, my mind of a father actually comes from the time that my husband spent with my children. That's just being the truth.
Yeah,
I've never had a man who spent that time with me where I could say, or even their father, all my kids have the same dad, but my husband, they daddy laid down with me to have them. Okay. My husband stand up and stood up
and shut shit down.
You understand what I'm saying?
Just because you laid with him now, I mean, you got to
That's right, because it was a man who stood with me and raised those children, and none of them are his. You understand what I'm saying?
None of them. When I been there, they married how long?
Part
16. They just celebrated their 16-year anniversary. Woo! Listen, when I get married, you bet. Listen, my future husband, if you ever think about leaving me,
death do us part.
This some death row shit.
Now you see that cute one straight off my face.
You hear me? I never get it.
You hear me? Ain't nothing sexy about that.
You can leave.
I don't give me a stony heart, baby. All day. God hand right on me. You can leave if you want to.
Yeah, look at my brother.
I thought my husband came through, but he know it. When we went to get that paper, I said, you know what this mean, right?
On the side. Hit that button on the side. Let me hand me that. Let me put my phone on.
Yeah, so I believe in that death do us part. And people be like, no, that's when he died of old age. No, that's when a nigga think his feet go the opposite way.
And they can't chop them. What they roots?
What's your name?
You think you leaving? Bring your ass back. What the fuck did you talk about? I put all my blood, sweat, and tears
all
in
day.
Shit.
If you ever think, we trying to teach you something. Girl.
Yeah, baby. That's because she going through her thing. She about to be in her little one too. But when my baby get that right shit, she
gonna be different. It's gonna get different. That part. It's gonna get different.
It's gonna
be
like,
you know it's him. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You say you don't be friends no more. Yeah. Yeah, it look different. Yeah. When he's the one, it look different when people walk away.
Yeah. You ain't get. First of all, you ain't gonna be okay to just be like, you can go.
Yeah.
That's gonna be somebody that you already know you're supposed to be with. That's why it's okay for you to be like, okay, leave. That motherfucker that be like, that's it. That's mine. Yeah.
It's a different kind of person.
It's a different kind of. I already know.
He lays something different.
Yeah. I already know when God be like, baby, that's.
Cause I've never really been good on apologies, so. But when his mind ain't right, I be like, you know what, I was wrong.
I was wrong.
I didn't mean it. I ain't saying sorry. I apologize.
That's when you know.
Because I ain't sorry. Ain't nothing sorry about me, but I apologize.
That's when you know God is going and you going in your life. When you can hold your own self accountable for your shit.
That part.
When you can be like, bitch, I was wrong. And I know I was wrong, but I'm so prideful.
That part.
The bitch ain't gonna want to say she wrong.
That part.
But the motherfucker been wrong.
Oh, wait. But we don't know we wrong until somebody who love you have a conversation and put you in your place. And putting you in your place ain't calling you out your name.
Nope.
Ain't slapping you.
No.
Ain't choking you up, but letting you know, like,
baby, hold up.
I'm a real one around here.
I'm a real one.
And I take care of mine.
Listen.
So whatever you got going on.
Chop that.
Yeah, you need
Chop
to fix
that.
Yeah, you need
fix
to fix that shit.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it.
I'll be back, but you need to
fix it.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
That'd be the part that used to have me like, fix
Woo.
it. Yeah, I ain't
when they used to be looking like, Kadesha, how you know that was motherfucking wrong?
But that's where friends come in place. Because you're a real one. Like, you younger than me, but you sometimes having conversations with her make me want to hang up on it. Like, girl, you better shut your mouth. You'll tell me to shut up in a minute. That ain't sexy. Because we want to think we right all the time.
And we ain't.
Yeah, and we ain't.
And we ain't.
And we ain't.
And we ain't.
Yeah.
The motherfucker feeling of, let me always be right. And you ain't.
Okay.
And you not. You're not going to always be right in every situation. Period. And when you get people around you that let you know, baby, fix it. Stop acting like people always want to come for you and it's disrespectful to let you know the real. Because a lot of shit be going on, it be the fake, and people want to clap like it's the real when it's not. The fake is the new real and the real is the new fake. Motherfuckers love to applaud the bullshit and the drama and the negativity. Because we ain't talking about what everybody else talking about. We not talking about celebrities. We trying to get deep in the root of shit. We trying to fix shit. We talking about the family root of a lot of breaking generational curses. And when you doing that, a lot of people ain't gonna rock with you when you trying to change a situation. And you trying to change curses that been going on 5, 10, 15, 20. That's still going on right now.
You know how many household secrets going on? Still going on.
And still going on.
What happened in my house
stays in my house. But no, that's the fucking wrong saying, because a lot of shit need to come out that house so them kids can get help. It be a lot of shit that we be trying to hold in because it be like, we ain't gonna tell on nobody. Or that ain't wrong. That shit wrong. It been wrong. And at the end of the day, all we trying to do is cover up some other shit that people been doing forever. Now we breaking out of this shit and breaking generational curses, and now we up here trying to figure this shit out, trying to fix shit.
We figuring it out.
We figuring it out.
We
every day we gonna figure it out. No matter what's going on, figuring it out. So while we trying to figure this out, you know, we went from a certain parent household. Now guess what? We grown. Now we in them streets. What we gonna do? You gonna be like Grandma and Auntie Kat and Auntie Kim, or you gonna be like you?
Okay, you gonna start it off fresh, right?
Sure, tell them here. What you gonna do in your household? Because that could be Auntie Kim's household. You can't never run nobody else's shit, but your own.
You sure can.
You sure can.
So what you do in your household is for you. We might think a lot of shit in other people's household is fucked up, which it be. But how they run their household is what you want to do. If I don't want you around me, if I want you to affect my children, I'm going to just keep at peace at my home. What is going on in my home?
That's all I'm worried about.
That's what I'm worried about. Me and my people, my family, my friends, my loved ones, everybody in my circle that I pray for and I love on and have grace for and want to fix it and want to learn each other. Everybody in my circle that's in my circle that God has for me. Oh, I pray on them every day, baby. Pray that they be in a better spot. Pray that my friend her building prosper. Pray that her hearing prosper. Pray that she get a job. Pray that we move on. Pray that we about to be walking in them millionaire rooms. Pray that we about to make a change. Listen, pray for my people that I do know, but don't know the challenges that they're going through, that they're not expressing. Because just because you don't know that they ain't going through something, that don't mean they ain't going through something. A lot of times, everybody is going through something.
But we be so selfish.
Of course.
We be so selfish.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You can have a sister who's hungry and be like, oh, the welfare office open. You won't, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real life.
Yeah.
Your family can be hungry, but we'll go out and help somebody who don't give two shits about you to prove something like, well, we come from the same mama. Why I got it and you don't? We come from the same mama, but we wasn't growing up in the same.
And we wasn't raised the same way.
That's the thing. So
tell the truth.
And I'm just being honest.
Tell the truth.
And it's
tell
even
the truth.
Love and learning is from level to level. The mama I was at 16 ain't the
mama
I
am at 30. Hello.
Right. At 48, I ain't nowhere near the mother I was at 16. You understand? And when I started being a mother, I came straight off the streets. So what I learned and what I did as a 16, 17-year-old mother is not what I do as a 48-year-old
and what I
mother.
never do.
And don't even come close to what I did.
Come close to whatever I did.
You know, so that's it. So we learn to love. We got to learn how to love. We got to come out of that broken shit we done came from the houses. Whether it's two family or one family.
Okay. Oh, but where it come from though? How you got to get up out of it?
You got to pray.
What's the number one thing that you got to do?
You got to give it to the Lord.
Whoever you guys serve, if it ain't Jesus, if you Buddha, you Muslim, whoever you may serve,
your higher power.
However you may serve him, but over here we Christians. So we gonna serve God over here. However you may serve. But I'm just telling you, you're not going to get through anything in life if you don't surrender to God. If you think you're going to go through life, if you think you're going to go through life and it be easy and smooth without him,
you being tricked.
You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. If you think you wake your own damn self up, baby, you need to see somebody.
You being tricked.
You need to be... You need to see somebody. Because at the end of the day, everything that you happen, good, bad, ugly, smart, loving, anything that you happen, God has already had it written down for you. It's already happened for you. That's why they know who your mama is. That's how they know who your daddy is. That's how they know how many siblings you was going to have. That's how he know he's going to put you through this to get you through this. That's how I know I'm the testimony of my family.
He wrote it from the beginning to the end.
Oh, what the Bible at the beginning say? In the beginning was word was with God and the word was God. Oh, baby, he did that. Oh, you babies, if you ain't got a church, if you don't even know God, if you ain't trying to get to know him, baby, wake up. Wake up.
Knowing right where you at.
Ooh, wherever
right
you
where
at.
Don't be asleep.
Yeah, right where you at.
Baby.
You in that bedroom, whether you smoking a blunt.
Whether you drinking.
Whether you having a drink.
You hear me? Whether you reading, you're praying, everything that you do in life, whatever it is, when you put God in it, it's going to prosper. At the end of the day. Because God know he made us and he know we are a part of us. So he know we not perfect. He know we going to fuck up. He know we going to do wrong. And he know we going to grow. He know he going to change us. He know he going to love on us. At the end of the day, you going to go through seasons to be a better person. He knows that. Once you know that, he know that, you like, God, that's my dog. We had conversations 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. When I'm going through something, and when I say I have seen these women, they seen me change and I seen them change. And I know it's through God and prayer and going through their seasons and loving themselves and growing and becoming a mother. Just in every season of their life, I have seen them do a stepping stone, whether it's it's in front or it's behind the scene. But I know God ordains our life in a certain way because certain things wouldn't go the way it's going if it wasn't meant for you. If it wasn't meant for you. That's how I'm learning to know, like, God been real. But you know how sometimes you got to go through some drastic shit to know God real? And you be like, damn, only way I got out of this shit was God.
Well,
yeah, most definitely.
We got to think about it. He always likened us to trees. You know what I'm saying? Then he tell us to have a mustard seed faith.
Ooh, that's it.
So when we plant that seed,
think
about all the shit that's on top of that seed.
Ooh, wee.
And then it's got to break through. And then once it break through just a little bit, it's got the hope that it can grow some more before all the animals eat it, before it grows to be what it's supposed to be. So think about us daily. We've been planting in so much shit. We got to break through it. Do we give up when our first leaf come up and fall? You know what I'm saying? And we just a little stick pointing out. You ain't grown. It started off as a little seed.
Yes.
Then we grow and you got animals that's ravishing. They hungry. You got these beautiful leaves and they tearing you up. And you got to hope that you can persevere through this season to get to the next season to become a little bit bigger. And then on that season, you worried about the birds come plucking your leaves and your little branches off because he prepares us to be fed off of. But we got to still live through our own hope that the shit we surrounded by, we got to still bust through it. We got to still grow through it. Think about how many animals come and pee on the trees. How many birds live in a tree. How many things trees feed off. And he likened us to trees all the time. He say we got to be firmly planted by streams of living water, trees. Think about all the shit that busts us in the head daily. Like, I have 4 children. I don't see them. I don't hear from them on a regular. So as a tree, I got to believe that God got them in his hand
flourish.
all the time.
All the time.
We see
even when they ain't with you.
We see these babies winding up being killed. They've been gone for weeks. And they mamas and daddies out here searching. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be firmly rooted and grounded. What you talking about? I'm talking about up praying for these kids.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't mine.
They ain't mine. Because that's what was going on with us. We was getting prayed over. We was getting prayed over. Somebody was praying.
That part.
Somebody was praying for me.
That part.
When I say I have been through hell and high water.
Listen, y'all both saying it at the same time.
When I say I've been through hell and high water and I'm 30 years old, I know that God had me on his hands.
Still gotta pray.
I've been in these streets since I turned 15 years old and I'm 30. That's 15 years in the streets and you made it out. You still got a great mental. You still are changing the world. You are becoming a mother. You are showing up in places you ain't showed up in. You have been tested. Your faith been tested so much. I didn't hit to the point where I'd be like, how the hell am I going off of zero sleep, no energy, mental drain, being a mother? Now I have this is my third business, you people, that I have opened up.
That's right.
Who you think gonna make this happen if it ain't the man upstairs? If you think you moving arms, eyes, and all this without God, y'all better wake up.
Please.
Baby, whoever you may serve, Jehovah, or whoever, if you think all this is going on in life without God, you crazy. So I know that God had us because I had a 2-parent household and y'all still had like a single-parent household but knew who your parents was, and y'all still feel like it would be a different situation with your father being in the home. But not even just with that, I know decisions would have been different. You know,
I believe a man's action in the house, whether he always watching over you or something, if your father is around, there's some things I believe a man can only do. But everybody, just because you have a baby and you're a man, let's correct it.
Let's kill it.
Okay.
Let's kill that.
Yeah. You ain't don't make your father because you done bust one. And you got some niggas out here.
Clock it.
Yeah, let's
clock it.
That don't make your father.
Clock it.
When I say I wish your father was around,
clock it.
Somebody will say, listen, you doing too much.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah. You don't run shit.
Yeah, you don't run nothing.
You don't run
I take care of you and your mama.
Shit.
You understand? Like,
and his own household.
That part.
You got lights that can flicker on up and off. In this
so
business.
as a father, I believe what my hopes was to have a man that would have. Like we need to learn how to be submissive. If you don't have a father at home, and I'm talking about a father. My big daddy was a father. He was a man who taught that word. But when I got out of line, he never hit me. But that finger, young lady, and that finger that young lady had me like, girl, okay. And I'm talking about from that room to this side, young lady, and I got it together like he meant that. He didn't never have to hit me. He didn't ever have to scold me. Okay. But I loved his presence. Okay. He was a man. He loved the Lord. He spoke to everybody. And I'm talking about a man. Everybody's not like that. Yeah. But I believe if that was part of my life,
you would have been changed.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Because there's a lot of people that think just because they see a man, they think he acting.
No. That's not the truth. So that's why I said no, because there are a lot of men, you can come to a woman's house and there be a whole nigga sitting on a chair, smoking and drinking, ain't paid not a bill.
Yeah.
Ain't brought no book.
Eating all the kids' food.
All the kids' food from the food stamps, living off your Section 8, but ain't providing, and driving your car, and picking your ass up for work. Late as hell, too. Did you get up at 2 here and got there at 5:45? I'm sorry. I felt that way because
they picking you. When they pick you up, they not even on time. Gas ain't even in the car.
Come on, now. Okay, I'm sorry I'm yelling, y'all.
Sorry, in the name of Jesus.
Thank you ain't did it.
Listen,
that was some emotional
shit.
Listen. Yeah, that was.
Listen. Yeah, I get off at 3, nigga, you here at 6.
What?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
And you ain't even got, I don't got money to catch a cab home. You ain't got nothing. You got all my shit.
Nigga, I done walked home.
Girl,
I done had somebody else pick me up from work because I'm embarrassed to tell them a motherfucker got my car. This my shit up here. We
got to learn and love ourselves. Yeah, so, been there, done that. And okay, I done gave 4 kids to niggas. Like, I'm gonna have the same baby daddy. Thinking I was grown as hell. Like, I ain't gonna have no bunch of baby daddies. Yeah. I got one.
And still was nothing. 0.0.
But we ain't gonna talk about that in this situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Ain't even working.
Yeah. But 100. We gonna definitely leave that alone.
We gonna learn and
grow. Cause baby, I'm gonna hit you.
Well, this beautiful one right here, she gonna learn
everything.
Yeah, she gonna learn.
I'm listening.
I love my baby because I love that she listens, because a lot of times I tell her the truth. I always tell her, like, I wish I would have listened to the people that was trying to tell me shit. And I would have bumped my head on a lot of shit if I would have listened. I thought I know every fucking thing. I think, I think I'm too motherfucking I'm smart. You don't gotta tell me nothing. You mad because you ain't got a man the whole time they let me know that nigga wasn't for you.
That part.
You trying to think they want them. They laying your ass low. Don't bump your head too hard. Wake up.
Yeah.
So, as we speaking on, of course, the fathers being in the home, do you feel that, I mean, well, I can't speak that because one is a mother and one's not a mother. So what I can say is, how do you feel a lot of decisions that your mother made? Do you feel like they were like decisions that made you be like, ooh, don't say her head. We get to the gritty, baby. We try to help somebody. We gonna help somebody. I don't care if 20 people watch this and I help 2 people, baby. That's all that matters.
I'm not gonna answer this. This is gonna be on you.
What did you say?
I feel that while I'm asking this question, I feel like, okay, so the decisions that your mother were making, do you feel like there were decisions because of her life and she not getting through her childhood trauma, or was them decisions she just made like, this is, I gotta do what I gotta do situation?
I feel like Mama made a lot of sacrifice for us.
Okay.
I feel like she did, most definitely. She put stuff on the line for us. She had cars. We was going to school in a whole different county than we stayed in. We was staying with people. She was working. She was making it happen, like, for us, for real. Because I feel like it was more sacrifice than anything. Okay, she was dealing with men that was crazy, all types of stuff, just for us to have us somewhere to lay our heads in and everything. Somewhere. So, yeah, she most definitely was. So you feel like a lot of her decisions were from survival mode. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it wasn't coming from a place where she was mentally at peace. No, she wasn't. She was just making it happen. Making it happen. Okay, so where I feel, since this is, to me, don't want to answer. I feel like a lot of times my mama was making decisions off of both. Mm-hmm. Like she was at peace because she had a man, which was my father, that makes sure you ain't got to worry about nothing. Mm-hmm. But she also came from a place where she was still in like trauma mode. She raised her first 3 Her first 3 children, I feel like she raised them off of survival mode. Mm-hmm. Even though my daddy was always active, my brother was 2 when my daddy came in my brother's life. Even though his daddy is still there, so shout out to him too. He's still a good dad. He had to go through his things, but I feel like my daddy came in his life and, he was still a dad, because I had my other oldest brother. But I feel like a lot of times my mama made decisions off of her trauma. Me and my mom didn't get along because it was her trauma. And she never got help for her trauma. Yeah, my mom like that too, and I feel like I pick up a lot of her.
Yes. Okay.
That you asked the question, I have to be honest. It don't be hurtful when you think about it sometimes. Like, okay. I said I didn't want to answer, but because when you think about it sometimes, I'm older than both of y'all. Okay. We all growing in this thing, but I'm just learning my mother's history. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing when it's survival mode and knowing like, shit, I gave my all. Mm-hmm. Okay. But when you hear about their past, sometimes it's like,
Grace. You
can't even be mad.
You were like, ooh, what I would have did.
Yeah, you
what I would have did if I was in that predicament. That's why I'm, asking these questions because, we got a lot of, which we going to be the #1 top podcast in Detroit. Watch Keep Winning. Absolutely. Keep moving, baby. Absolutely. Watch this keep working, Absolutely. Baby. Because we going to clock that because we talking about real life things. Absolutely. These disclaimers are about authentic, real, raw cut situations, life, our perspectives of what we feel that could be better or what happened through our life to help somebody else, baby, because we've been there. Mm-hmm. But we sitting on this couch to tell you guys that it's going to happen. Absolutely. It's just in due time. But you got to go through a lot of things. Or sometimes you don't have to go through a lot of things. Sometimes things just ain't happening because it ain't in your favor at that point. We all have a different season in life where we go through things. Mm-hmm. It could just be your time of going through. Everybody has a season to go through. Everybody has a time to win. Everybody has the time to go through. So it's like it could be your season. So that's why I feel like these conversations need to be talked about because we're not talking about what everybody's talking about. We're talking about things that could help somebody. Because, we all have been young and dumb and had our parents, and my baby Mira might not be a mother right now, but she's soon going to be a mother and a wife. And when she experienced that life, soon. Yeah. Yo, for sure. It ain't nothing but wife that's stamped on that.
She cut some other stuff out of it.
What I cut out?
She
Tell me.
said a mother and a wife. She said, I want to be a wife.
Both. That's gonna be the same man that she gonna have her children and she gonna be married to. So, and Sister Thompson is already, she's capping.
How you gonna tell me I'm capping?
She capping.
Nah,
1 minute is yes, 1 minute is no because of her situation. But I feel
that my situation, I feel like I'm up in age now. I don't think I can really make
You up in age.
I'm almost 30. I don't think I'll be like it's high risk and all that stuff.
Girl, you listen to that. What God said.
Grandbaby on April 8th. My big girl, she's 31.
Girl, bye.
She just turned 32, and I have
That
an
ain't what God
8-ounce grandbaby.
That ain't what God says. I'm saying like you know, she be tripping. Because 1 minute she'd be like, I know I'm gonna be a great wife and I want a girl. Next minute it'd be like, oh, I don't want kids at all.
Deep down inside, kids is a lot.
Oh, of course. But they the joy. They the joy of a lot of things. It brings you, she can say that, but they are a joy of a lot of things. You might have a bad day.
Who was the comedian said, them kids?
I'm gonna shut that out. I'm gonna shut this out because at the end of the day, I said a baby that you have birthed, carried in that stomach.
I birthed him.
Somebody in that womb. That little lady in there like.
And imagine, baby, if you had two.
Birth and all that stuff. That stuff is scary, y'all.
Oh yeah, because the next thing.
Down that table. You is a strong woman.
Yes.
That's a little scary now.
Oh yeah. Listen, they say the next thing. The next thing to death is having a child.
That's why I say y'all strong. That's scary.
Oh yeah. Come on now. What was you doing when you came into the hospital to see me laying like that after I had heart failure?
Girl, I said you was strong. That's what I said. I said you was strong.
2 at one time.
I know.
Yeah, I had a
still was on go. I was taking her to see babies back and forth.
All day. That was my personal Uber.
Man.
She was my personal Uber.
Literally.
I'm talking about shit. Get off work. Do you need me to come get you and my kids? Do you need me to drop them off?
Do you want to go home and go get some clothes so we can come back up here and bring them some stuff?
Taking me to breakfast, taking me out to eat, paying for everything.
What's crazy is when children grow up, they not gonna ever remember what you did
ever
to give birth to them.
Yes,
they not gonna ever. They ain't gonna remember what you and they father been going through.
You hear me?
For them to be all right.
You hear
that's
me?
just the truth.
That's just the truth.
My baby girl is 22 and the oldest is 32. They ain't gonna never remember. Like even with me wanting to be in my father's life or to know him. There was nothing my mama could do to make me not want to know him. Okay. Everything she said, I was like, you just don't want me to know my daddy.
You a hater.
Yeah, like you don't understand. But that's how I felt. But
because mamas clock it.
Yeah.
Bitter.
Yes, they do be
bitter.
Yes, they do
bitter.
They
be bitter.
Yes, they do.
Bitter.
Yes,
they been fucking around and don't want you to talk to your daddy. They bitter because guess what? They done went through their thing, so now you in between. You ain't had nothing to do with the situation, but guess what? You can't see him because you bitter, like you daddies. You be bitter.
Yeah,
you be on y'all baby. Y'all be bitter as hell. Y'all be trying to clock that, clock this. When it comes to this bitterness, baby mama or baby father, clock that shit and move that shit on. Clock that shit and move that shit on. Clock that shit, move on. Because you'll make a decision off of your feeling and ain't got nothing to do with your kids.
But when I met my father, I understood her decisions.
Okay.
Yeah, he been locked up for 40-something years.
Okay.
So let's understand some decisions. But at the same time, we have to not be bitter when we tell our children about their other parent.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you want to know
who that parent is. Yeah.
I want to know
my
dad
to my little sisters and them. So that's another thing that hurt me too. Like, why we couldn't get that? What makes them better than us?
Jesus.
That's a deep conversation right there. Still treats us like bottom of the barrel.
But where that come from? Favoritism.
Yeah, but really, is it favoritism? Or is it that he's grown and now he's able
to do for him?
Because he don't.
He didn't have it. He didn't have it.
He didn't have it. And what I'm learning is sometimes
he didn't have it.
Because I didn't give it to you, I don't know how. I'm 48. I got a baby sister. And I'm talking about the way my mother loved her.
Didn't love on me.
The shit be so
I ain't get that
hurtful
love
sometimes.
Hell yeah.
But I also look at where my mother is in her life
now,
and in her mindset now.
Okay.
So I'm learning not to be jealous or envious or angry about it like I used to be. Because I used to come in like, damn, you got your picture. I answer the phone, it's just they picture like,
okay,
I'm your kid too.
Yeah.
But where she was in her mind and in her life at that time, I can't expect her to give me what she gave my little sister.
She ain't having it.
Understand?
She ain't having it.
I know what I was doing at the time.
Ooh,
I was out in the streets. I was running away from home. Wasn't shit about me cute enough to be posting no pictures on the wall. Like, I have to be honest about everything. I know what kind of hell I sent her through.
Ooh, I'll clout that. I put my mama through some shit.
Oh, and not on purpose, but
not on purpose, but I went through some things in my era.
In my life.
Where I had to go up and figure this shit out. Because as I got older, now I tell you all the time, like, damn, my mama made them decisions because I was doing too much. Girl, I done knocked my own damn self out. Like, girl, pipe it down.
If I see somebody treat their mother the way I used to,
ooh, Jesus!
Like, me and them have a conversation right now.
It be like, baby,
I'm pulling young
go on over there.
Like,
go about over there.
You don't do your mama.
You don't talk crazy.
But I can do that now because I know better.
Yeah.
But there was a time me and her, you put your hands on me, I put my hands on you.
I'm going to put my hands back on your ass.
Me and my mama never fight. We might have disagreements, but my mama just like me. Y'all see how I'm sitting here quiet? My mama is the same way.
My mama
she gonna hold it in.
My mama, she'd be 70 this year. And I'm talking about when I go out with her, I have to ask God help me that I don't rip nobody up for saying something.
Because she be talking too much. She talk too much. We be like, damn. I look at my mama, damn, girl, pipe down.
Yeah, I don't want to fight no more.
I don't want to have to kill no more.
Yeah, I don't want to fight no more.
Because I have to tear the world up. Because you talk too crazy to these people. That's somebody else's kid. And somebody else coming for you like I'm going to come for them. So that's why I'm trying to pipe down.
Listen, please shut up.
Please be quiet.
Yeah, yes. We in the grocery store. She said stuff and I'm like, Jesus, please help me be the one not to slap this lady for cutting my mama off.
Yes.
I know you see my mama.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
If I can't go without, I'll be happy if
I just be so grateful that I didn't have a mom that be in drama. But whenever she got into it, it's like people knew. They be like, oh, them 6 kids coming. They coming on a rooftop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so happy that we did get cool now. We close. She's an excellent grandmother.
Man, I love her. I can't tell you how much I love being in my mama's presence.
Okay.
But I'm talking about it was a time I couldn't stand.
Girl.
Every time I was at church, what was that? Testimony time, I'm getting up like I wish me
I'm crying.
My mama. I'm talking about crying, snotting, and you know, looking stupid.
I'm crying.
Yeah, real talk.
That's why I spoke to you about being Simone, because I'm a season in my life where I can understand why she cries so much. She done went through a lot of hell and high water. She getting healing.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You don't know what people go through behind closed doors.
That's right.
And she,
I might be the strongest person, but when I'm going home, I'm probably crying my the weekends and everything. Yeah. I might show up in this world as a different person, but you don't know what I'm going through.
Listen, and what is that talking about? And where that start from? I'm talking about 2-parent households. You think because our mom and daddy was there, our house was the shit.
No, I don't think that. No. I see that be
no, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of people think because the mom and dad be present, and it's statistically that your kids will get raised better in a 2-parent household than a one, and you'll be like,
all my friends that came from money that had a 2-parent household, junkies.
Yeah,
messed up in the head. I'm telling you, like messed up bad, and they try to keep it together so bad. They try to keep them
we don't have
together.
a clue. We don't even have a clue.
You never know what they was going through at home. You never know.
And people always used to think, and another thing, people used to always think, like, when I used to go to school and stuff, and when I used to, like, get into it, I'm talking about smart as hell, like I am now, and a 3.0 student in college, in her bachelor's. Always been smart as hell, but always was in shit. Why is she always fighting? Why is she always in the goddamn, what is that called? The principal's office.
She's not getting that attention at home.
What's going on?
That's the part. We looking for some attention somewhere.
Where is it going on? Why you want to come to school and you want to beat people up? What's the problem? Why are you even I was in a gang in 8th grade. I got kicked out of all Detroit public schools in the 8th grade. In the 8th grade. How are you even doing that? You 15 years old, you got a 20-year-old boyfriend.
I was the same way.
Listen, and why? I was just talking to my husband recently. There's a brother named Cookie. He was 30 when I was in the 7th grade. And I used to walk to school. Now, my big brother was supposed to walk me to school. Mm-hmm. But you know, your big brother gonna walk
his
with
own
his friend.
thing.
So I be walking, and this man used to see me walking. I'd be outside the store, because I had no money, but all the other little girls did. Mm-hmm. All the other kids, he'd give me a couple of dollars, go in there and get you some chips. I started hanging with his daughter. Now I'm spending the night with his daughter.
Oh, wait, praying on your ass.
What you mean? He was my boyfriend.
Praying on your ass.
I was spending the night, but I was sleeping with her daddy. We in the 7th and 8th grade. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But when we hit the 8th grade and she got pregnant by his best friend.
Ooh, Jesus!
But he murdered his friend. Mm-hmm. Guess when I found out that me and his relationship was wrong? Mm-hmm. After he murdered his friend for doing what me and him have been doing all this time.
Who makes you think it better than because you doing it?
But his promise to me was that he was going to be my man, and we were going to have a family. But now you kill your best friend because he's living the same life that you playing with me. So nobody told me that it was wrong, because guess what?
They was okaying it over there.
It was going on over here, and me and Mom ain't having no conversation. And the reality is, everything in our house wasn't gold. There was a man there who had his own motives with me in our home, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Of course.
But you understand, like, if we ain't paying attention,
of course,
you won't know. You don't know.
And that's time to start in that family, baby.
Girl,
it start first. That's where it starts. Stop playing.
Your little girl come home from school.
Stop playing.
They come home from school. They playing and coloring. But you ain't asking no questions. Yeah. You don't know how many times I done snuck out the window. Yeah. And climb back in the window. Okay. And he didn't help me get in the window. You understand what I'm saying? It's so many things, intricate things that take place with us as children. Yes. And we know how to get away with it because we know when you go to sleep. Mm-hmm. We know how hard you sleep. Okay. We know when you come home from you understand what I'm saying? Children are always watching.
A sponge.
Sponge for sure.
Sponge. My son Mason. He a clockage. My son Makai, he chilling.
Makai's something different too.
Ooh, that man is from God, baby. He gonna be a preacher. He's
gonna be a psalmist too, because that boy, all he do is walk around here singing. He just be humming. I was like, boy, what we singing?
He be in here listening to that gospel music. He be up in this thing talking like his mama walking around this thing.
That's the reason he liked me too. Yeah, I used to come over and he'd be looking at me like, ugh. But when he heard me sing one day, he came and started rubbing on me like, all right, I like you. Even now when he come over my house, he'd just sit on my lap like, you sing. You might not sing right now.
My son Makai, you gotta entertain him. Ain't none of that sitting around him and be like, oh, you cute. Can you sing? Can you cook? Can you dance? Can you move around? Can you clap?
I guess that cooking is important because he'll eat too. But
he gonna eat you out of the house and the home.
He like that music.
Oh yeah. And Mason, he the rough one. He ain't playing with you. Yeah. He a little crybaby at them times because he wanted all the attention to himself.
But you better get them together and prepare them for when the Lord send you a king. Yeah. Because they're not gonna be the kings
at all.
They princes, and they need to know how to be. They have to become under the subjection of a king,
of a man.
Because when not a man, because there's a lot of them niggas.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm talking about your king. Because when your king come in this household, you his. Yeah. You saying
No, but I'm saying.
Yeah. So not having children right away is very wise. Because when God's in your king, you want to be able to minister to y'all effectively. You got to prepare them boys because they love their mama. Yeah. And when daddy come home and he get that ass, it's a whole other conversation. Them little boys can't be knocking at the door. Yeah. They can't be trying to. No. You got to fix them now to yes. Because when daddy come home, we got to learn. See, that's where a lot of us get messed up because we never seen that balance.
Yeah. Well, all my boyfriends, we was bad.
Yeah, they was boyfriends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't no real man. Yeah. He would have stayed around and he would stick.
When a real man come, it's going to become some order. He ain't going to let everything happen.
Okay.
All that crying, listen, young sir, let's
chill it out.
He going to tell you, stop doing that. Because every time a man is trying to raise his son, mamas come in and be like, why you talking to him like that?
Why you
don't
do that?
That's why he cried. Because you don't want him to learn nothing.
Yeah, you don't want him to get taught.
So we done got taught.
Yep.
We have to let our sons learn how to be men. These young niggas don't even want jobs.
They don't want to work. They living over a woman. Where?
See, that shit right there, because somebody need to be telling these young niggas like, why you live in an old girl house? You ain't down.
You bumming shit. You bumming shit.
Okay.
His mama ain't even telling him
no, because she okay.
She ain't got to take care
she
of it.
okay with it.
Okay.
You out of my house, you in somebody else's house, fuck it. You know, a lot of, that's one thing that I always tell my children, I keep it real with them, because even though they two, I always talk to my sons, like, you're going to be a man. You're going to stand on your 10 toes. You're not going to be living with nobody, bumming with nobody, making excuses why you can't work and why you can't do nothing. You're not handicapped. Okay. Just because you don't got a woman don't mean you can't cook and clean. Get your goddamn house together.
Some of them that got all that and still ain't real men.
That part.
Yeah,
I know
definitely. Because your character matters.
That car, they got all that. It's deeper than that.
It's different. It's different than that, because it be the money part of like, okay, you got a house and a car. It's your character.
Who are you for real?
Who are you for real? And plus, do you have moral values and respect? Do you have that? Are you even trying to get taught that? Or are you being around men that's trying to teach you that and you don't want to take it in because why?
But oftentimes, because we don't know no better, we'll jump into a full-blown relationship.
Yes.
And we ain't see. Here's my thing with women. You would date a guy who got kids. You ain't never met the kids. Y'all been dating over a year.
Oh no, not me.
You like
that.
I'm talking
for me.
You like
well, this is my thing. You meet a lot of brothers who say, yeah, I got a baby mama, but she don't let me see my kids.
No, you ain't making no way to see them kids. That's what you're not doing.
You a cat. And then you don't believe it. And you know this
that.
ain't no story, but how many women believe it? But
a lot of us.
I would never.
A lot of us, because guess what? A woman or a man can have children, and that'd be the first thing that they say. Oh, they don't let me see kids. Oh, she a bitter ass baby mama. Or he a bitter ass baby daddy. You be like, that ain't it.
You better make it wait, because I heard that excuse from my dad.
And then she was bitter. Why was she bitter?
Okay.
If she was bitter, what the fuck part was you playing?
That part.
What part did you play?
It's still your kid.
It's
fuck her being bitter.
Okay, make a way. If it ain't a way, make a way.
Make a way.
It's
always
making a way.
She making a way.
I'll be like, girl, you a good one.
Yeah.
Listen, we even as parents,
fuck up.
And that's another thing. I know I'm a little bit evil. I can say that. I'm not evil, but I'm mean, and that's why I'm like, I'm not ready to have kids right now, because the stuff I see, like my sister and them, I'd probably be in jail somewhere. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like that type of stuff. You playing with my kid? Like,
yeah.
That's why
God gonna humble you. Yeah. He gonna grace that.
And he wants you to have a husband.
Yes.
That's going to be. He want to give you a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good that you're keeping yourself from that.
That.
He give you what you know you desire.
Yes.
A lot of us don't have a clue when we get into what we desire.
Don't even know what we really want.
Yeah,
don't even know how to be loved down. Don't even know how to be.
First
of all, a lot of us women don't even know how to be really sexually pleased. You just used to a man having sex.
Yeah, you get orgasm. Okay.
You be like, girl, what we
got? A guy come and be making noises, you lay there like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't even good.
Yeah.
Then you get older and getting yourself and know your purpose is. You be like, that nigga wasn't even right. This wasn't even it.
Yeah, you can't come back.
You can't come by. Change my number.
No, nigga, I ain't even answering. You gonna know I'm ghosting the hell out of you. I'm glad I got a husband.
I was about to say, my husband, I'm gonna experience it all.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He's everything that I need him to be. And if I need something extra, we gonna role play.
Okay.
And I role play. I put some hair in. I can do all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate that I don't have to, but I love to.
You gonna please
I
man.
like that he come home to me. I love that I'm who he's. It's plenty of, because shit, I look at women. Y'all,
of course.
Women are beautiful. We are gorgeous creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm looking at you too long.
You know damn well.
I know King does sing.
Yeah.
So if I thought you was a little sexy, when he come home, he gonna be like, this motherfucker right here. I'm gonna be something that he ain't seen when he left. You understand? Because if I looked at you,
I know he look.
You know he look,
and he work out in the field. He in construction.
Yeah.
Think how many big booty, sexy women, white, black, purple, who houses he gotta fix. Yeah. Because he in construction. Oh, yeah. So I like my natural, but I know he done been doing Susie house for almost 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Susie, you ain't gonna never have one up on me.
I know that's right.
Never ever.
Because guess what?
Ever.
God said that was mine.
Yep.
God said that was
You
mine.
can
God
pray
is yours,
yeah,
okay?
that part. You can pray
Yeah,
some too
God
all
said that
you
was
want
mine.
to. But
Yeah.
I'm creating
Yeah.
for him. So
Yeah.
you do these couple weeks that he's been rehabbing your house. I'm rehabbing his life.
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do shit for him that I haven't done.
Or that I can't do.
I'm already doing it.
Listen.
Yeah, it's already done. Yeah,
How about that?
you drink from my shoe king. You see some sexy shit. Oh, she got stiletto. Mommy got some too. Let me show you. You understand? Like we can't. Sometimes even as women, or we think we got it made because you got somebody taking care of you.
It
or
don't
nigga
mean
love you, and we stop doing all the cute, all of that.
As soon as we get them,
as soon as we get
lazy. We ain't doing what we used to.
I don't cook, don't clean.
I don't even want to look good. I just walk around this bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't no man want to walk over to Miss. Get your shit together.
Your ass take. You ain't took no bath. You sitting around. You ain't clean no chicken. Ain't fried. Listen.
When I walk in this house, it don't smell like no fragrance.
Smell like
all I smell is.
There ain't no chitlins being cooked, but it smells like it.
Listen.
You ain't even Febreze the
Girl, you ain't even trying to open the window around this motherfucker.
No,
It smell like a whole man that been all up and through this goddamn house.
Our windows is open and the blinds is open.
Yeah.
We cleaning, t-shirt and panties on. When he walk in, he like, I got the right one, baby.
Listen.
What I used to do for the world, we think when we party, niggas get rub up on you. Niggas get off on you by just rubbing up against the club. Think about how many niggas that dance at the club. They got rock hard. And you understand, we done jumped all over the place. But anyway, but when you get a king, it's
gonna
change.
change.
Ooh,
That's a change, baby.
What you talking? That's why I say you better get them boys together. Because when you get that king,
when my husband get up
you gonna
there,
be able to walk around the house.
I can't wait to that.
Girl, bye. You gonna want to walk around the house different. You ain't gonna be at that shop all day.
Okay.
Deja gonna be like, "Where's she at?" Nah, girl, in the car.
I see that location over there.
And
Because we clock each other
but
locations
it's
around here.
good to get in that space.
Yes.
It's good to have that.
It's good to be among people that is married, that can teach you about marriage to let you know the good, bad, and the ugly. Because people be like, oh, I want to get married. It's a fairy tale.
No, this shit's
No, this shit get real.
It's
Bro,
real.
this thing, why you want to think, oh, we just going to be lovers all our life. No, girl, you ain't going to like that nigga tomorrow. And that's still your husband. Hello.
I know it.
Hello. That man gonna still work hard and come home and bring you money, and you can't stand him. You can be like, I still gotta cook him something, even though I can't stand his ass today.
My grandma preaching it.
What are you talking about? You will still have to literally sit up here and communicate with a person you done just got into it with. Your boyfriend, I clock your ass up. What fuck you? Cause I can.
Cause I can.
But when that ring or when it marriage certificate say Mrs. or Mr. and then some life do their part shit, we in the church. Oh baby.
In marriage, if you lay down what y'all want,
yeah,
be that real. But if you lay down, you left his heart uncovered. How easy is it for something to penetrate his heart and kill him? Then if he gone, you devastated because you never wanted that to happen. But when we lay down our love for him, we ain't covering him. This world eating them alive anyway.
Oh yeah, as soon as you step outside, men get eat.
It won't eat.
Get ate by any type of creature.
And
not just a man.
And let
not
him be
just
the
a
head
woman.
of your house. Let him be taking care of you and loving you. Man, this world gonna
correctly. Loving you correctly.
That part.
Not just, oh, I love you, buy you some couple dollar ass women all the time. Y'all just think love come with these little gifts and these little bags. No, not none of that, because I said on my first episode, you always think you can get love because somebody buying you a gift. That is not love.
Mentally,
can you focus? Do you got peace around this thing? Can you actually wake up and be like, I'm peaceful with me and the human being in my relationship or my mate that I can go on? Because a lot of times, we don't move forward or we don't get better in life until we leave the person that we ain't supposed to be with.
That's the truth.
A lot of times we get the suffering from our mate. We laying down with the damn devil, or not even just laying down with the devil. We laying around with spirits. When it comes to sex, it is not just about the physical. You are sharing spirits and bodily fluids with people. This is why when you lay down with people and sex becomes different than size physical, you learn a lot of shit happen because you slept with the wrong person.
You pick up on all that.
You pick up on all their spirits, soul ties, bad spirits, evilness, whatever they doing out in this world, good or bad, you pick that habit up. A lot of times we be wondering, like, my life is just going good. What the hell wrong with me? Then you be looking like, I done slept with that man. I don't know what the hell that man got going on. I don't know what that woman got going on. I don't even know what they did before they even slept with me.
Because we don't even supposed to be doing that.
You don't even supposed to be doing it.
That part.
That's why now.
Drinking out of everybody's motherfucking glass.
And people who smoke behind every goddamn blunt.
Man. You see all these herpy mouth people.
Okay.
You
can't even hit my blunt. You can't move, baby. You better go about. Listen, I still I smoke my own. You got your own. If you don't got it, you don't got it.
Okay.
You don't got it. You ain't got your
mind.
mind.
The last time I smoked, I was in my cousin's party.
Ooh.
2 days later, all of us had COVID. I said, is that serious? We was all on the same day.
Yeah.
We all had COVID, all of us. I said, yeah, no, this ain't for me. And that's why every time, what's wrong with you? Go throw
off this shit.
My immune system so low,
I
be scared of it.
Yeah, that's why I be like, It's so truthful. And I'm so happy, y'all, that we are literally talking about things that can help somebody else. We talking about a 2-parent household and a single-parent household. So let us know what y'all feel or what y'all think about it. We had discussions on about if our mom and dad wasn't there or if they both was there and how was your experience. Because you see, you have 2 people on the couch, one is older and one is younger. They still telling you like, okay, I have, not older, she's good in her age.
Okay, she just good seasoned. She's seasoned.
Okay, sprinkle that. Okay, sprinkle that. I didn't mean to say it like that. You doing too much. Don't do that, because I ain't never meant to say it in the way that I
seasoned heat in here. Trust me.
I'm tender baby. I'm sorry. I'm older.
We have the single-parent household and we have the 2-parent household, and we still went through trauma and trials and tribulations, even with 1 parent and 2 parent. You see some people that have been in 2-parent households and been successful, and some of them you be like, dang, you had a mama and a daddy? You acting like you ain't had nobody, but you had both.
But everybody got their own story.
Everybody got their own story.
That's the truth.
Everybody got their own perspective. Everybody got their own life to live. That's why God, when he did us, he gave us specific names, specific hair, specific numbers, specific mom, specific dads to go through that trial and tribulation. That's why everybody's story not the same. That's why we can get on here, sit up here and have a real grown conversation and be like, yeah, I had my mom and dad, but I was missing this. I was lacking this. I still messed up. I still went out here and slept with the wrong man. I still went around here still acting like I didn't have a mom and a dad, and I did. My daddy's still here, never left, and raised other children that wasn't his. So he always been there, but he was still missing things in his life and going through trial and trauma, trials and tribulations, and some things he didn't heal from.
You said something earlier, it's grace. Like when you start learning, you told me, you know, like when I know your pops, he a good guy, and even your mom. But when you hear their story, it's like, but they raised children.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many people who ain't went through half of the stuff some of our parents went through.
Okay.
And then gave up their kids.
Yes.
Fought.
Listen.
The system raised their kids.
Yeah.
But think about how your parents done went through something.
It still raised you.
Single mama, your mother and father.
Yes.
My single mother.
Okay.
But didn't let nobody else take care of me.
Take care of me. Ooh.
You clothed me, even though it was hard for moms. Even though it was hard for pops, because going to work and keeping that job to take care of some disrespectful kids and to stand 10 toes in and not leave that house
and not leave,
because he could have left if he wanted to, because he was making the bread, but he stayed. So we still have to commend people who don't give up, even when it don't look.
What's this podcast called? Keep motherfucking winning, because that's what we gonna do regardless of what happens.
Yes, ma'am. Overcoming.
Whatever happens, regardless, we gonna win. We gonna grow. We gonna love on each other. We gonna move forward. We gonna forgive.
That's right. Amen.
We ain't gonna just forgive people for them. We gonna forgive them for ourselves.
Because you can't go nowhere without forgiveness.
Exactly.
For ourselves. I know mamas and daddies, uncles, whoever, guardian, or whoever been in your life, we have hurt each other because we human. People can sit on here and lie and say, oh yeah, I ain't did nothing. Yes, you have.
Okay. We all done did something.
We all done did it plenty of times or more than once. But learning that, baby, when God give you grace and he accept you and forgive you,
better learn how to give out some.
You got to learn how to do other people the same way.
Yeah.
And even you can't do them the same way or be around them, remove yourself. Because some people you can't deal with. That's just for God. Look, God, you put your hands on that one.
Yeah,
you know, I'm
get out of that
in.
situation.
Yeah.
But sometimes we'll keep going into a situation knowing we ain't supposed to.
No, we
Yeah, I ain't even been healed from it.
Why
am I want to deal with this?
Why I want to let you keep pulling that scab off me?
Yeah.
I know I ain't good.
No, it ain't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know I ain't good, but I'm going to keep parlaying at the crib with you.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to stop hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's all you do.
Yeah, you hurt yourself. Niggas done went on with their life.
Yes.
And they keep doing what they
doing wrong.
Now it's your turn.
Yep.
Get over it. Like it's
Fix it.
It sounds easy when I say get over it, but
It's
man,
not
if you
that
knew
easy.
the story from
It's only
beginning
that
to end with her, or even with myself from beginning to the end, saying get over it. It's not just to say get over it, but you can't win. Like
unless you fail.
Come on now, think about how long the Lions.
fail.
I ain't even a sports person, but the Lions was losing for a long time.
And they finally was getting in there.
That part.
Hello?
But when they started winning,
Hello?
everybody was on their feet. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
So like
Hello?
rock with them when they losing. If you
Okay.
rock with them when they losing, then when they start winning, you a real fan.
Yeah.
Be that about yourself.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Be that about yourself. Rock with yourself while you losing.
Bet on
and win
yourself.
all day.
Bet on
All
yourself.
day. I bet on black every day.
Oh,
I'm winning.
Jesus.
I'm not going to. All right,
I'm a,
all day.
oh, what's that
All day. That part.
I'm going to keep
That
winning.
part.
At the
That part.
end of the
At
day,
the end of the
bet
day.
on yourself.
Yes, sir. All day.
You got to bet on yourself
All
because
day.
faith without work is dead. So who else going to bet on you?
Okay.
If you don't post or you don't broadcast your business, who else going to do it?
Nobody.
If they don't see you being strong about it like every day,
Why they gonna go hard?
why they going to go hard for
Why
you?
they gonna go hard
You ain't
for
doing
you?
it for yourself.
Why would they do it?
And guess what? It's a lot of people you think gonna go hard for you.
And they ain't.
They ain't fucking with you.
It be the whole opposite
They
of
gonna show you that
the
part. They
people.
gonna show you.
It be the whole opposite of your people.
That's right.
It be totally different
That's
people you
right.
wouldn't
That's
expect.
it.
But the
Okay?
words say you gonna reap where you
Just
haven't
sow.
sown.
Ooh,
Where you haven't sown.
Jesus.
So I know where you come from, but I have been reaping. I have been sowing many places. But when God sent her in my life, it wasn't because I sown where you was at. I ain't even how the hell I meet you on the east side. I'm west side all day.
Oh, east
You
side
understand what
all
I'm saying?
day.
But God set us up.
Yes.
You gonna reap where you ain't sown.
Yes.
But keep on sowing where you sowing.
Yes.
And sow with your whole heart.
Yes.
And love. And he
Yes.
gonna send you. I'm talking about he gonna send you a multiple of people.
Ooh,
I'm talking about this is a
Jesus.
variety of beauty for your ashes. And it's going so bet on yourself. Because
Bet
at
on
the end
yourself.
of the day, if you betting on yourself and you seeking a higher power, everything
You
gonna
gonna
line
win.
up. Everything gonna
You're
line
going to
up.
have to win.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to win.
Absolutely.
Whether you came from a single parent household
Or a two-family.
or a two-family,
That part.
baby. When it's meant in your destiny to win,
You gonna win.
You gonna
You gonna
win.
win.
You gonna win.
whether anybody want to see you with their eyes closed,
Okay.
Or
open.
You gonna be
That
still there.
you
That
gonna
part.
win,
That
baby.
part.
Whether you
And
trying to
gonna
clock
shine.
that I don't, watch me get up there.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me win. Watch
I
me
ain't
dunk
watching. I'm
it.
part of it.
You
Yeah,
listen.
I ain't taking no pictures. I'm part of it.
Listen.
I'm part of it.
Listen. When you understand, baby, everything ain't always, when you come from a two-parent or one-parent, baby, if it's meant, it's meant.
Okay.
What's for you
It's for you.
is for you.
Because at the end of the day, you came from somebody's womb and somebody's sack, whether they raised you or somebody
Or
else
did.
raised you.
Or did.
You better honor, and I don't care what it was in their life, honor them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
You
I'm
don't know.
learning
You don't
that.
know.
I'm
You
learning
don't.
that.
You don't know where they come from. You don't know their background.
You don't know
Honor
for
'em.
real.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know for real.
Yeah, you don't have. A
You don't
clue.
know for real.
Yeah. And we only
You don't
half.
know for real.
We only halfway know our parents.
Yeah,
Because they ain't gonna tell us.
It's a lot of shit you don't know.
That part. That part.
It's a lot of shit you don't
That
know.
part. Because you
It's a
better
lot
look
of
at
shit.
some single mamas how they done paid some rent was $6, $7.
Listen.
All right.
Oh, we know.
All right.
Baby, don't try to clock that. Let's clock this. We know. But baby, they figured it out. They figured it out. Just like two-parent households, they figured it out. So what we gonna do is figure this out. We gonna learn that we gonna win. Whether we come from a single parent or a two-parent household. We gonna know that whatever is for us is for us. We're going to learn that whoever God sends for us is for us. And whoever is not meant, he going to remove them.
Absolutely.
Y'all have to learn when you ask God this prayer, God remove everything that's not for me. You got to get ready for whoever it is.
Yeah, and you don't have a clue.
You don't have a clue. You thinking, I've been being friends with her 30 years. You ain't talking about her. You ain't talking about her. You ain't talking about the person that I've been rocking with since middle school till now I'm an adult. Now you just remove her. I ain't know you was talking about him and her. Until God say, you don't know.
Yeah, that person don't need to be there.
You don't know. I'm God. I know. I removed them because it was meant. Because if they would have stayed, they would try to destroy you. And where you trying to go, they ain't meant to go. So I understand that. I know we do come from two parents or one parent, a single parent or whatever. But just know that it's in God's destiny that's going to happen what needs to be happening. And I met these females in my life where when I met them, I was decent, but I needed to meet them. I needed to know them. I needed to learn them. I needed to study them. We need to go through our little things, our little 1-2 things to learn each other. Because when it comes to people that love you, you going to go through some things. That's what y'all got to understand. Y'all be want to clock it like, oh, it's just peaches and cream. No, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Let's get to the point where, let's get to the root. Yeah, I love you, but you messed up. And we got to fix it. Because you've been going messed up or doing things for so long, you think it's okay. But in reality, baby, I need to wake you up. Get up. Understand that ain't how it's supposed to be. Or you might came from this. That don't mean you got to be that. You came from that type of household, but that don't mean you got to raise your kids that way. That don't mean you got to do what they do. That's why the first episode is called Breaking Generational Curses. And this episode is about a 2-parent and a single-parent household, baby. This is real life, authentic stuff that's going on. And I want to help somebody. Even if it's 1 or 2 people, baby, I want to help somebody. Because we all need help. In some type of way, we all need help. We all need therapy. Whether it's to talk to a friend or family member or to talk to a therapist. Talk to somebody. Get this out. Communicate. Try to understand each other. Come to a resolution. Because when it comes to life and understanding God, God is love. God covers a multitude of sin. Love covers a multitude of sin. So you be having to love on the people that's the hardest to love on. That put you through a lot of trials and tribulations. You be like, you want me to love her, God? And she done put me through everything. How you want me to love this lady and this lady wasn't even rocking with me? Now you want me to say, God, forgive her so I can be a better person? You know how hard it is to sit there and have so many things you went through life going from a little girl to a grown woman without your parent? You know how hard it is to be like, I wanted my parent, but they wasn't there? You know how hard it is to be like, forgive? I couldn't even stand her. Forgive? I couldn't stand them. Nah, God, I got to ask this person for forgiveness because it's better for me. So we need to just learn to be like, baby, His grace is sufficient.
Sis, we don't always got to ask for forgiveness. We just walk in it. You know what I'm saying? When you start walking in love, you ain't never got to come and be like, man, I'm sorry, I was so fucked up. Like your love is going to change me. You know what I'm saying? Just love me. Yeah, but mama can't give you nothing she ain't never had. And if you got it, you got to give it to her.
You got to give it to her.
You know what I'm saying? You be with water mama. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to be that.
Yeah.
We got to learn how to
we gonna be the change.
Mercy. We got to be the change.
We got to be the change.
No, we got to be the change.
I'm the change in my generation.
I'm learning.
In my family, baby.
You know?
When I say I'm one of them, I'm one of them. And I can gracefully say that because it's been put in my face. Like smack dead in my face. Where I could be like, damn, God, I went through all these trials and tribulations while I was young and growing up to be who you fixing me to be. I didn't understand the process. I didn't know where the hell I was going to be.
You're still learning too.
And I'm going to always learn. You know why I'm going to always learn? Because I don't mind being taught. Because life is not easy and you don't know every goddamn thing.
You don't know nothing.
A lot of shit you don't even know.
You
don't even know.
Every day is a learning thing.
Everything is learning.
I don't mind being
taught.
taught.
My 70s, she still be like, girl, every day is a learning process.
I don't mind being taught. That's why a lot of things, and you young people, before we even shut it down or give our little 1-2s, a lot of times young people listen to people. Stop thinking you know everything and want to be hard-headed and smell your ass. Young men and women. Stop thinking, oh, when somebody trying to tell you something, teach you something, they coming at you. Because that ain't how the case always
Well,
be.
I'm the young one and I tell her that. So,
listen, let's school each other.
I tell her that all the time.
All the time.
You don't gotta be so hard on me. My mama wasn't that hard. So
Listen.
we
gotta love our children different. All of us can't be raised the same.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. But when some things are just in you, it's just in you. Some things are just in you.
Yeah, but even with Mason and Makai, you don't even deal with them the same way. You can't because they're different.
No, two different children.
But it's still in you. So when you deal with your sisters and your brothers, and we still deal with them what's in us, but we deal with them according to who they are.
Who they are.
Because I can't talk to you the way I talk to Deja.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like when I deal with
defensive.
you, you might feel like, damn.
See, that's where you gotta understand life growth.
it's
Sometimes some things don't have to be defensive.
No, you
Yes.
can't.
Some things,
No,
it's not all the time. But some things are going. Some things it's gonna have to be defensive because sometimes you used to hearing everybody be like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay." When a person be like, "No, you need to get your ass up and learn." Sometimes you're gonna have to get taught in that way.
You say that for yourself already, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else saying it. What if they be like, okay, they saying that's gonna make me want to do it even more.
That's
some
crazy.
people are the sassy type.
That's crazy.
Cause I was a kid like that. Like my mama told me, don't stick no fork in the wall. I'ma just go see it.
It ain't even what you say.
It's
how you say it.
How you say it.
Again, it's how you deal with people
how
differently.
You say it.
Like
how you say it.
me and her use cuss words dealing with certain ways. I just met you this evening. There's a different way I would have to deal with you, talking to you about some shit you going through. I have 3 daughters, and I'm a laying hands type of mama, but I can't deal with all of them the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but we all have an understanding. Don't raise your voice too much, because I'm gonna pop the earrings on any one of y'all. Just like y'all have, I understand y'all deal with me the way you know what I'm saying? Way. If I'm humbling myself to come into your space and talk to you where you can understand me, I don't have to do that. I'm your mama. I can come how I want to. But because I respect you as being who you are, I'm not going to talk to you the way I talk to her. But when me and her talk, we understand each other with a little verbiage. But when me and you talk, you understand what I'm saying? It don't make us different, but we different.
We different.
Like I like Popeye's chicken and peppers. You might not like fried chicken and peppers. You understand? Well, I'm sorry. Almost everybody. But everybody is different.
Everybody is different.
Yeah, so it's the first time we ever had cuss word conversation. Well, I was offended. We was bringing you home, and I wouldn't even say shit to her. I was, my husband was rubbing my hand and shit. I don't know if she really knew, but she didn't know the trauma I had with the B word. All I was like is, this motherfucker that spent the night at my house, and she talking to me like this, not comprehending that's you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, my kids don't even talk to me. But she's not my child. She wasn't raised that way. But me kicking it with her regularly and coming back and talking with her, that's who she is. So I ain't offended by words no more. We have a different relationship. And when I'm out of order, she the only friend that can call and be like, bitch, you is cutting the food. You understand what I'm saying?
Give her graceful. I'm like, she don't mean no harsh. That's just how she is. That's how I am with her. I'm like, dang, I was a little harsh, but that's how Deja is. I just gotta accept that. That's my friend. That's how she talks to me. I don't mind.
And I always tell you, I would not mind apologizing if I'm wrong.
Oh, because earlier when we was on the phone, she was talking and she was like, all right, hung up. I was like, oh.
Excuse me, ma'am.
No, you let's talk after you pray. Cause nigga, I got feelings too. You don't even know what my day was like. You know, like nigga, don't hang up on me.
My feelings over here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole husband. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just being real. But it comes with relationship and understanding. You know know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like relationship and understanding.
Yes,
like we can say something to piss somebody off, but if we can hear the tension. We always know when it's some tension because we done hung up. We know the difference, especially if you love somebody. You ain't gotta call and be like, "Bitch, I ain't really mean it how you took." It's call back and be like, "Shit, so what time you coming through?" We still do it. You ain't gotta call and be like, "Girl, you know I was going. You know I'm stressed out. I got the boys. I got my mama up here coming." You know what I'm saying? But when you love people, it's a relationship.
Yeah.
Mama should see, like, when you a real mama, your kid been locked in the room every day, so it's time for me to bust the door down. What's going on with you, nigga?
What's up?
I know you like your space, but
shit,
you ain't came out and drank no water with me.
What's going on?
We ain't had no pop in 3 days.
Yeah.
And
We've been eating at the dinner table. You
ain't warmed up your plate. Like, so we have to become different.
Yeah. And that's why we all are different.
Yeah. And that's why we different. I'm talking about we are 3 beautiful brown women.
Yes.
And we are different.
Yes.
We look different.
Yes.
We lived a different life.
Yes.
It's just being different and being all right with who the fuck you is.
And who the fuck you is. What's your purpose and what you got going on in life. So, at the end, as we had this great conversation, lots of great energy, lots of great love, lots of good just vibes. When you know it's pure. When you mess with people, when you know it's pure, you know it ain't nothing but good intentions. Regardless if you want to receive it at that time or not, it's good intentions. So, I know when this episode come out, it's going to come around Mother's Day. So I just want to say to all the beautiful Mother's Day, keep doing your big one. Keep doing it. Thank you. Keep doing your big ones. Keep being a mother. Keep being, authentic. Keep being real with your children. Love on your children. Pray for your children.
Pray for yourself.
Pray for yourself. Pray for their mental. Pray for your mental.
That's right.
Because being a parent will knock at that mental. And if you don't get that mental together, the kids' mental ain't gonna be together, and everybody gonna be discombobulated. That's why you gotta start getting God up in that house again, baby. Start praying them walls down. Get that devil up out of there, because the devil don't mind coming up in the house where he know God up in there.
He looking for your house.
He looking for the drama. He looking for it. When he know you a good person. These 2 women are good women. They have their own businesses. I have my own businesses. She does hair, Amir Creations, baby. Look on Instagram, Facebook, and everything. She does wigs, plucks, everything, baby. She does the thing. The baby right here, she got her own t-shirt line. She got her marijuana things going on, baby. When things are going on and God putting you in that place with people to marinate, to grow, to love, to put you in rooms, to put you in places where he maneuvering, whether it begins or it ends, baby.
Right.
Amen.
Take heed to it.
Exactly.
Be around good, loving people. Try to change for you first. Stop trying to change for other people when you need to change for who you are first. Stop putting in reflection of other people, like if other people like you. I don't care if y'all don't like me.
Okay?
I don't care if y'all ain't watching us.
I want to be the different one.
You hear me? I don't care if this ain't the podcast for you, but it's the podcast for them people over there. Everything ain't meant for everybody.
That part. Stop blaming y'all mama and daddy for everything. If you grown, get over that shit.
Don't fix it.
Okay, stop playing victim.
Yeah, you ain't
don't fix it.
Okay,
don't fix it.
You grown and go.
You both 30. You still talking about something that happened when you was 10.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to get up and understand and go get you some help. If you can't do it by yourself, it's nothing wrong with going to get some help if you can't do it by yourself.
Yes.
If you need help to touch and agree, or you need help to make you grow, go get there.
It's time. It's time.
All that shucking and jiving, and you want to keep playing victim and keep wanting, I want remorse or I want sympathy from people to make me still keep doing my bullshit. It's time cut out for that.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time cut out for that, baby. We got to grow, love on each other, take care of these kids, grow this business, start marketing, start selling, start doing what we got to do. 6 streams of income, baby. We talking about top dollar getting rich around here.
That part.
That's what we talking about. Being rude.
Without being bitter.
Without being bitter. I'm not.
No. On some real shit. Let's start building our community, our people. We need to begin to build ourselves up. It's time to get over to
we need to own some shit. Because if you looking at what's going on, we don't own the goddamn thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you all to wake up.
Nothing can't go with you when you leave here.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Okay.
So
everybody think
for anything. For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Because all these other stuff don't even matter.
Absolutely.
Would you speak the truth?
Absolutely.
Would you speak the truth?
So
absolutely. At the end
of the day.
At the end of the day, put God first.
Mm-hmm.
Keep winning. Keep growing.
Okay.
Keep going through the transitions. Trials and tribulations gonna bring it better, baby. At the end of that tunnel, it's light.
It's always light.
You gotta get there.
And it takes time.
And it takes time.
And some take
baby.
a little bit longer than others.
It takes time for you to get there. Everybody ain't gonna get there the same way. We drive in different cars.
Hydro mustard seed tree, have you? No, ain't no hydro mustard.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So with that mustard seed faith, that means you gotta grow.
You
ain't no hydro.
You gotta water that. You gotta water that. You gotta water that. You gotta plant that seed and you gotta water it.
Yeah.
You gotta pour into it.
All day.
That's why you gotta be around people that pour into you, baby.
Yeah,
you can't keep emptying that cup and keep draining that cup and you look up, that boy empty and can't nobody else refill it. You gotta get around people
that's gonna pour into you. For real.
Do you hear me?
These people don't be pouring into you. They just
do you hear me?
Sucking you dry.
Listen.
Sucking the living Christ out of you.
You can't even put nothing on the moisturize that motherfucker.
You no more, they out.
Listen.
On to the next.
I'll say that part. Yeah.
They already had a plan and a plot.
That part.
So we gonna end this episode with the last questions I'm gonna ask. So this is called the Keep Winning podcast. What makes y'all winners?
I'm a winner because I think like my faith and relationship with God. Because I don't think nothing else really matters. So
Ooh.
that keeps me winning for real.
Okay. Okay.
The Lord. That's it. I trust in Him.
Okay.
Yeah, with everything I got. I've been in the street since I was 13.
Okay.
And ain't nothing about it been no joke. I trust in the Lord.
Okay.
With everything.
Okay.
With everything.
You got to.
With everything.
Okay.
Yeah, with everything.
No
matter how it hurt, with everything. If they walk away, it hurt. But with everything, I trust in the Lord. So at the end of the day, it don't matter who walk away, it don't matter who stay. I trust in God. Because at the end of the day, when I ain't have nothing, I'm talking about looking
I still had God.
All I had was God.
I still had.
At the end of the day. So
I think ain't nobody was there. He was there the whole time.
And He held me down. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's only been God. That's who I trust. The word of God tell you trust no man. Every man is a liar.
Every man is a
liar.
liar.
Be the truth.
Yeah.
And listen, I got my own t-shirt thing, but everything I do that I design, I draw my own. This is all me. I create my own stuff. This is the Lord. I asked Him to give me a heart of flesh. He take away the stony heart and give me a heart of flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because at times we don't have a fleshly heart. We be so cold-hearted.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Cold-hearted.
And I know who the deliverer is. I know who my Savior is.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, it with my drink or my smoke or in my Bible or at my creative table or when I'm making my edibles.
Regardless.
Okay.
God is in it. God is in it. God is in it.
All day.
God is in
God.
it. That's why it's going to flourish.
God.
God is in it.
You gotta put it.
Don't matter who don't like me. Don't matter who don't respect me. Don't matter who don't reverence me. I know who keep these 10 toes down.
Okay. At the end of the day.
And these 10 fingers working. At the end of the day, it was the one who created me. In my mama's womb. In my daddy's sack. In that secret bitter place. I know who it was. So God.
Oh, they got the best answers, baby.
What makes you keep winning? What makes
that
you
part.
winning?
What makes me keep winning is God first. God first. What makes me keep winning is one of the reasons my children. I can't never give up because I got 2 boys. God gave me 2 boys. 2 boys. First go around as a mother. I got 2 boys. I can't give up and say I'm tired, even when I'm tired. They can't defend for themselves. That's my job right now. They not old enough to do it. They not old enough to protect themselves. They not old enough to do a lot of things. So as my job as being a mother, that's my job. So I'm a winner. That's one of the reasons why I'm a winner. I'm breaking generational curses. That's why I'm a winner. Because my family has went through a lot, going through a lot, and gonna still go through a lot. But I be the one that's gonna be like, we gonna always be all right. We gonna figure it out. We might not like each other for 5-6 months, but in the next 5-6 months, we'll get along. We'll fix it. The old me, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about talking to none of you. I'm gonna make it, figure it out, and do my thing. As I get older, learn life, understand that a winner can never win without failing.
Yeah, you got it.
You can't throw in that time.
You can't give up. You can't turn. You might have them days where you just don't know what's gonna happen or how you gonna figure it out or how your body is exhausted but your mind ain't. How you trying to be like, I gotta make this happen, but how? I know I got a God. I know I believe in him, but I'm human and still worried. I'm still worried, or I worry, or just things that's going on in my life. I'm like, Lord, I know I have a God. I know it's a God up there. I know I pray to. I know you have saved my life through a lot of things, but what next? I'm a winner because I have people around me that win. I done seen them go through every storm and they still coming out like, I'm going to make it. That's what makes us a winner. That's what makes anybody around me a winner, because as me being who I am, I ain't never gave up. And I done been through rock bottom. Even death, about to die on the table after just having children.
Sure.
I still had to get up and be like, them kids got to eat.
Okay.
Them kids got to live. They got to grow.
Let's go take them some milk.
Listen, pumping. Walking around with a heart monitor. Oh, I'm still going to make it happen. I have no other choice. When you become a parent, you have no choice but to protect, love, and try your best to raise your children. You trying your best. You learning every day. In your mental could be through as hell, but you putting on a persona for your kids like, I'm living great, but I'm fucked up. I'm a winner because I would never, ever in my life that I breathe this earth, Mason and Makai would never have to worry about a thing. Ever. I don't want them to worry about nothing until they are old enough to worry about things. You go to school and you do your thing. You get a job or get in the skill that's going to teach you to stand 10 toes down by yourself, for yourself. Not for a woman, not for your mama. Because I birthed you. I am your mother. The rest of that job is for you to live your life and be somebody else's husband. To be somebody else's man. I'm not raising my sons to be my man. I'm raising them to be somebody else's man. Somebody else's husband. So I'm going to be a winner regardless, because I'm never going to give up. Not on my people, not on my real friends, not on my family, not on my business, not on nothing. So I feel like being a winner, you just got to fail to win. These billionaires and millionaires ain't become that rich because of, that first business shot up. Okay. The first 20 ain't make it, but 21 did. Okay. So I'm just grateful that I'm here to sit here on this podcast to just talk to people that's authentic, that's real, that holds me accountable, that tells me the truth, that tells me like, no matter what you do, Daisha, you never give up. So I just love y'all for being on here with me, for experiencing this with me. I can't wait till we get to the top, baby. Because we on there. We on our way. And before we end it, just tell them where they can find you at, or any of the outfits you want them to, let them know a website, how much they cost, what you're doing, everything in general, You got the t-shirt line, what if they want to buy that t-shirt or that sweater?
This hoodie is $55. It's from the Word Made Flesh. Almost all of my designs are hand created, all done by my hand. And all of them, the Word of God in an art form. Yeah, and this is a heart of flesh. Okay. Yeah, not a stony heart, but I am on Facebook. I'm trying to learn this computer stuff.
I'm a teacher.
I need an Instagram. I do have an Instagram open for Black Magic Treats and for the Word Made Flesh. I don't know how to operate it, but I cook dinners with marijuana. Okay.
Okay,
I make sweets and Kool-Aids. I have all that good stuff. But that's Black Magic Treats. She on Facebook too.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Word Made Flesh. Yeah, that's
Let's
our
get
ministry.
it, mirror.
Yeah.
Let's get it to Wig Creations. Let's
I
get it.
make wigs. I sell wigs. I have a shop in St. Clair Shore.
Yes.
St. Clair Shore. And I do makeup from time to time. And I'm into like beauty and fashion. So if y'all need little outfits, I got an Instagram. It's Mirror the Creator. I'm gonna link it below. I'm gonna comment on her video on YouTube.
Yes.
So yeah.
Clock that.
And I'm gonna put her stuff down there too.
She gonna put me together.
We gonna get it together.
Yes.
I
think I'm doing something because I ain't on Instagram and stuff yet. But when she
and I'm gonna get them a TikTok because that's where they sell the merches at. On TikTok, they be on live all day.
Oh, but you gonna put me together? I got videos all in my phone, but it don't make a difference because I don't know how to post none of that shit.
We gonna learn it. That's what I'm saying.
That's how we gonna get them millions.
That's
We
how.
gonna start doing it.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Millionaire room.
Oh, I just made some lamb chops with some.
Ooh, you ain't bring us no plate.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
You don't even do marijuana.
This is the second episode.
She got more to come.
Congratulations.
Get ready.
I know. I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations.
Get ready.
Me too.
She's been talking about it for so long, and she did it, and I'm so proud of her. Like,
Oh
so
my God!
I'm glad
thank
you pushed
you.
it out.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm just grateful that I got people that can give me my flowers. So I'm grateful for y'all and. Just keep watching, you guys, because it's more and more episodes for you guys to watch. And this is the second episode for a 2-parent household or a single-parent household. So tell us what y'all think. Comment below, like, share, and subscribe. My name on Facebook and Instagram is Daisha Marie with 2 eyes.
Okay.
And love you and see you guys later. Keep winning.
Keep winning.
Keep
Yay! I'm proud of us.
I'm proud.